Brian Van, sportbiketractor.com, and today we're going to do a product review on the all-new Vortex Spooled Rear Motorcycle Stand. This is the first time we've really offered, more of a budget-oriented motorcycle stand, and the reason we're doing it is Vortex has done a phenomenal job with this stand package they have. We've got the rear stand we're showing you today under 100. They've got a forklift front stand, right, that lifts from the floor bottoms under 100, and then under 150 they have a headlift front that comes with 5 pins, right? Each one of the stands needs to be assembled. They come in a few pieces. We're going to show you how to put the rear stand together in the second half of this video. It's really pretty simple. At the end of the day, we've got heavy gauge tubing. It's got a nice ergonomic design, quad wheels that really add to the stability. When it's bolted together, there's a bolt on each side. It results in good, rigid construction, and I was very impressed, especially considering the price point. I think this is going to fit really nice in our STG catalog, because all we've ever really offered is the premium stuff, okay, which are phenomenal, last forever. You all know about that. Not everyone wants that. It doesn't fit in everyone's budget, but you still need a stand. Now we have a great option for you, and I think you're really going to like it. If you're going to use a rear stand that takes spools, you're going to need spools. And since we're using the Vortex stand, we've got a sweet pair of a blue Vortex 8mm aluminum spools. We're going to do this on our 2015 Team M4 sportbiketractor.com Suzuki GSXR 600 giveaway bike. This is our new bike for this year, and we're kind of beginning the project here with our Vortex motorcycle stand. Okay, so for the spools, right? Always, let's put a little thread locker on. Just the medium stuff, the blue stuff is going to work great. What do I need? Got a 6mm Allen, got a spool kit, I got some Loctite. Where do spools go if you're a brand new rider? And how do I know if my bike takes it? Well, if your bike has a boss down here, like so, that's threaded, like you see on our Suzuki giveaway bike, you are good to go. If you go to our website, you search for the parts for your motorcycle, we make it really easy for you because we list them all individually per bike and we categorize them for you perfectly. So it'll be very easy to determine whether or not they're even available for your motorcycle. Of course, a lot of choices out there. Vortex is a great option for any of the performance bolt-ons that they offer. How tight? About that tight is good, right? Just hand pressure with that T-handle is going to work out great. Loctite's going to do the rest of the work for you. We're going to repeat the procedure here on the other side. Once we're done with that, we're going to show you how to dial in the stand, because the stand offers adjustable width, right? And you want to get that set up so that it's appropriate for the motorcycle that you own, right? I'll show you how I like to do that. Once we get this other spool on here. Okay, that's good and tight. Now we're going to grab our stand and begin setting it up. Make sure both of the lifter plates are loose. Make sure you have a wrench, 12mm. Slide these to the outwardmost position. You can have a friend help you if you need to. If you feel the need, I'm just going to go ahead and balance the bike like so and slide the stand under. I'm going to need to clearly see here to bring these in just a little bit. And at the end of the day, what I'd like to see is I'd like to see them pretty even from side to side. So I kind of wiggle that around a little bit, like so. Finger tight that. One holding it. Grab my wrench there, so I get just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and lift the bike. Everything else should kind of slide into place, like so. I'm going to come in here now. Just finish tightening that up. Just enough so that it's going to bite and it won't slide around. And before I lifted it, I wanted them just tight enough so it wasn't super loose. You see, at the end of the day, I got the spacing pretty close there. I can live with that. You know, if you really want to be very specific about it, once you've got the distance determined, right, you could even take a tape measure and measure between the two lifts, determine what width you need, and then you can slide them back and forth so it's perfectly even on both sides. You can see that it lifts it really nicely. End result. And that's stable, especially considering, you know, we're just on some concrete right now, right? Concrete's not 100% level. And, you know, stable enough you can easily sit on the bike, perfect to work on the bike, change the tires, the whole deal. And I think at the end of the day, this is a phenomenal product, great value. They did a really, really nice job in design and manufacturing. This is something we'll be stocking for many years to come. It's going to be a great option for our customers. Do you want to see what it takes to put it together? Watch the second part. This type of stand, what they're looking to do is they're looking to minimize the shipping expense. Okay, so all these parts, they came kind of wrapped in a little bit of plastic, showed up in decent shape, no worries there. But there is a little assembly required. Got a couple of stickers on here, okay? Right, see indicated on the stand itself. Right, so these two pieces obviously need to go together. Got a little hardware pack that comes with it as well. Very simple installation. I'm actually going to use a little Loctite when I do it, so that, you know, we get a good, positive fit. Okay, a little red Loctite right here. Got the stand all slid together. We have a total of 6 fasteners. These 4 right here with the Allen heads, we're going to use those to actually bolt the stand handle to the pylons. These 2 are going to be for the adjusters, right, that hold the spool hooks. We'll start off by bolting the handle to the 2 uprights. I put a little red Loctite on here, just kind of hedge the bet. I don't really see a reason why you would pull this back apart and put it back together, so we're going to go for a good kind of one-time permanent assembly. Nice thick tubing here, right? I think the quad wheels with this, you know, they definitely make a huge difference in stability. This is, at this point, the nicest budget race stand that I've seen. Up until now, we really haven't marketed any of the stands, you know, that were more affordable. We've always stayed towards the higher end stuff, and that we've seen, especially from, you know, manufacturers like Pitbull, so on and so forth. Get everything lined up just right here. Tolerances are fairly tight. I had a little bit of Loctite on my fingers and made it a little bit slippery too when I was trying to thread the bolt in. Come to the other side. Same situation here. I want to rotate this around until we get things lined up nicely. Okay, that went quite a bit nicer. Get a rag here, wipe my hands off, and then we'll go ahead and get this all tightened up. And before I tighten it up too, one thing that I do want to do is kind of put a little downward pressure on it, right? Just get everything, you know, kind of leveled off here. Both wheels on the ground, everything's cool there. And we'll run these down. Just going to use a 6mm T-handle here. I don't think you'd really need a whole lot more torque than this, especially with the Loctite being used. don't know that the Loctite would be a requirement, but in my mind, just a good idea. And I think at the end of the day, you'll have a more permanent result. Not having any issues here at all with the fasteners. They're biting in there nicely. Able to torque them down as tight as I want without any rotation of the fastener. Wipe off any of the excess. Okay, now we need to get these on here, like so. And remember, before you use the stand, you're going to want to get it under the bike, right, up to the spools, get this fitted like we showed you in the first part of the video, snug everything up, and then you'll be able to use it on the same motorcycle over and over without making any further adjustments.